Good morning, everybody. So, happy New Year's and thanks for joining us, everybody, this morning. Thankfully, it's nice out today. And yeah, not too cold, so that's good. But yeah, we wanted to come on here, say Happy New Year. We wanted to talk about kind of goals for 2022. If you guys have any goals, thoughts about what you guys want to do for the new year, whatever it may be, you can go and put them in the comments, and we'll talk about those for sure as well. First things first, yeah, we'll talk about the farm. Obviously, we've made a lot of progress in the last year. We got the animals, so that was huge. Or majority of them, the goats and everything else like that. And we want to continue that growth. So this is from Joy. No more geese. As much as we love Clarence and the geese, unless we had like a separate pen for like a female goose or something like that we could keep them. Otherwise, it doesn't really work with the guard goose thing too well, because if there's more than one goose, they'll hang out together, unfortunately. So, and then they won't guard the flock; they'll just guard each other. So we although absolutely love to have another goose, we shouldn't get another one. So, other than that, yeah, we're planning to in April we are going to try and breed. I think Aurora is the going in argument for now, just and in terms of why, but we're gonna breed her in April timeframe, somewhere around there, and then to try and have goat kids in the October timeframe. Now we're gonna do Aurora just because she's kidded before, so it's gonna be nothing new for her, and especially since it's our first time, we'd love a painless and smooth birthing process for everybody. Those kids are born, we'll go ahead and just do the reverse basically, and we'll keep them on that cycle, and we'll have Merryweather bred and go back and forth. So that's the plan for the goats. Yeah, for the chickens and everything, we're still planning to hatch out as many as we can, and we'll butcher the mean roosters. And well, I think we decided we'll keep up to 2 roosters, if they're nice and if our hands aren't getting henpecked too much. But that's the max. Otherwise, we'll butcher the roosters, and then keep the hens and have them laying. We've been giving out eggs at our respective, or at least at my workplace, and people have loved them. So I'm thinking of starting to continue to give them out there for free, but maybe trying to sell them too. I don't know. We'll see. But I would love to have more ducks, and sell like hatching eggs and stuff like that for the ducks, just because they're so much fun. But the wife has put the kibosh on that. So yeah. So that's basically for the animals. We're hoping that our bees expand and get better. We're hoping that they start doing a lot better, especially in the spring. They theoretically should, you know. But yeah, that's really it for the animals for our plans. Just expand all of our animals. In terms of the farm itself, we got a lot of stuff going on here that we're planning on doing. Here in the next month or two, we will expand the fencing. So, thanks, Joy. I appreciate it. Happy New Year's to you guys too, and hopefully the lobster was good last night. So we're planning to expand the fencing along the side here, and so we can expand this whole interior garden area. Basically, we want to have a garden area that's next to the chicken area, and then we're going to have some wildflowers down on the lower section where our grass is dead now. But that way we can let animals out into the yard area without them going everywhere else. So Happy New Year's to you guys too, Larry. Yeah, same here. I got a cup of. Oh, I think I just did the Kona signature blend from Albertsons. First thing, I was just too much in a hurry. But what are you drinking this morning, Larry? Anything special? So yeah, that's kind of what we're gonna do for the backyard. We want to expand it and get a lot more use out of this area. We have a ton of plans for what we want to do. I just don't think we're gonna have time to get time or resources to get any of it done. So we'll really see how things go in terms of planning it and getting the yard all set up. But that's the goal. So yeah. Like we really also would love to put in like a better front yard, put in like a circle driveway, that kind of thing, but put in a front yard fence, that kind of stuff. But we just don't have the time or the resources, and it's not really a super huge priority right now. So yeah. These Yeti coffee cups are, I think I got this in Korea a year ago. But they're amazing. It's like, it is cold out here, but it's not too cold. It's like 40s. So for those people in cold weather, they're going to laugh at that. But it's not too cold. But it still keeps it really warm. So the other thing, and the reason why it's going to, we're kind of going to move the format of these a little bit into more of shorter live streams. So they're going to be about 20-30 minutes each. So that's just to keep things moving and on track. Unless we get more people asking questions, I'll be happy to extend it. But that's the planned duration of these in the future. I can never pronounce that. So, Lavazza espresso. Yes, good espresso to get going in the morning for sure. So yeah, so we're gonna shoot to do about 20 to 30-minute live streams, and I think that keeps things going a lot better. But also, what we're gonna do is this morning. Oh, dang it! You can't see it, but we're gonna get a new rooster area because the doors keep opening and everyone goes in and out of Fabio's little rooster area. So I think we talked about it last night. We're gonna get a bigger, better one that's enclosed and stuff, so we won't have those issues. And especially if we have two roosters, we got to keep. But anyway, sorry. Side note. Yeah. So basically, of course, so we live obviously kind of rural, even though we're in Southern California. I mean, we have we're on our own basically. We have solar, we have everything on electricity for the most part, and we have our own well. So I know I've talked about it on Facebook and that kind of stuff a little bit, but yeah. So it's always something. I made a post last night. It's always something like that's going to go wrong on the farm, or there always something is going to break. Well, sure enough, our well stopped working last night. So and it's not necessarily the well itself. We still have all the water in the tanks, but it stopped. Like we were basically, I think my wife was trying to take a shower, and kids are getting ready for bath time, and we open the faucet and it starts dripping out. No. So that unfortunately happened last night, and the worst part about that is we have a really good store that's really helpful, and we could go and ask questions and they can help us out and all that stuff. But it's New Year's Day and they're closed. And then guess what tomorrow is? Sunday, and they're also closed. So that is no fun. We have like some water pressure from gravity that's feeding down to the house, because it's probably, I don't know, like 10 feet higher than the house itself. So we get a little bit of help from gravity. But I was out there with my headlamp and jackets and gloves and everything last night for probably a good hour and a half trying to troubleshoot what is going on. And it's like a wiring thing or something. I'm not sure exactly, but I do plan to go to Lowe's as soon as they open this morning in 21 minutes. So that way we can start to check things out. So and get everything fixed. At least try to. So Happy New Year to you, Tracy. Yeah. So I hope you have a good New Year as well. I am going to be leaning on you quite a bit and the Hives for Heroes group for help with the bees. So they are. It's just something still new, and there's always something to learn about them. It's never the same. They've kind of shrunk in population. I understand that might be a little bit normal, but we're trying to coax them along through the winter, and then we're going to be making some wildflowers for them to eat. But we'll definitely need your assistance as time comes around for the fall, and looking at adding a super for honey and all that stuff. So I'll be looking to you, and especially because we also have a video coming out on bees here in about a month. So I'll need to pick your brain a little bit. So thank you, sir. But yeah, so the well, yeah, that's the problem with the well. So we have no water right now. So I am going to run off here and go do that as soon as we're done and try and fix that. It's a little frustrating because we had planned this morning, is the other topic for this live stream, is we'd planned to film our next week's video, which involves banding our goats. So so that's going to take precedence over the video. But so we're back to Tracy. Yeah, that's what I figured. And they had issues as well, like when earlier in the year, and so they didn't really get a good get well established to begin with. So they're still alive though, and I know they only live so long. So as long as we still have bees out there, the hive is still alive and the queen's still alive. So, but yeah, I guess the big question would be: how long does the queen live, and do we need to get a new queen every year? And how does that all work? But I'll talk to you offline about it mostly and see so we can figure it out. But yeah, so we have 2 buck goats, and they are about 11 and a half weeks old right now. So we in order to make this thing work, it's kind of a long story. So you don't want to have 2 goats, right? Or sorry, a single goat. You have to have 2, and you got to keep the females and the males separate. So that's why we have 2 females. So they keep each other company. They're herd animals, so you got to keep one with the other. You got to keep them together. But then you also have to keep like if we get a male, you have to have 2 males. But you don't want 2 breeding males, because they that can cause issues, and you just don't need it. And it can also cause logistical issues. So, for example, when we're ready to breed, we'll put the breeding buck in with the breeding doe, and then in the other pen, we can just put the not breeding doe and the castrated buck, or what we call a wether, and have no fear of both of them getting pregnant at the same time. So that's kind of one of the biggest reasons why we're going to do it. And really, you only need one. And so you kind of just pick the buck if you have more than one that has the best qualities. And in this case, I get the names mixed up, but Sven, I believe, has better moon spots, better structure, better musculature. So he's going to keep his stuff, and Mr. Tumnus will get the proverbial snip. But so we're going to do that this morning, but it'll probably be pushed back to this afternoon, and that'll be coming out on Friday this coming week. But it's making weird noises. Yeah, it's actually a really simple process. It's not too bad. It actually involves no scissors, no knives or anything. It's called a bloodless procedure. You tune into the episode next week. We'll talk all about it, but it's basically putting a rubber band around their stuff. So it's pretty simple, mostly painless. From what I hear, they don't have any pain. It's just uncomfortable for a few hours until they lose feeling, but that's about it. So we're gonna do that later today. Sorry, dudes. I feel bad. But it's for the best for everybody. So Yeah, so that's the plan. And then tomorrow is kind of just going to be hanging out around the house and get things prepped. We're making progress with our garage finally. Um, Here about 9 months ago or so, in about February, March, somewhere around there, we finally moved out. Maybe it was a year ago. I can't remember. Moved all of our storage unit stuff into our garage, and it's just been packed in there. We're blessed to have a nice sized garage. It's like 1,000 square feet, but um, it was just packed with just random stuff that I mean, you guys know, if you're especially military, you move around a lot and you just accumulate stuff. And so we've been, getting rid of it, donating it, trashing it, and a lot of stuff, and going through boxes and everywhere. And so, wife's been doing a lot of work on that, and going through a lot of boxes that I just did not want to do. So, we're finally getting space in there, and I'm thankful for that. So, hopefully, soon we'll have a nice looking garage that we can film in and not, be embarrassed about. I don't care. It is what it is, but my wife is embarrassed. So, but yeah, that's the plan. And any of you guys have any questions, comments? You guys have any plans for this year that you want to share with everybody? I'd be happy be happy to talk about it. Yeah, just go ahead and put them in the comments on your respective platform, and we'll go from there. And I'll be happy to answer them. We're gonna stick around for about another 5-10 minutes. But yeah, so that's really the plans that we got going on for this upcoming year. Sorry, the view is just beautiful. Let's see if I can show you. I tried to have the animal cam set up today, but there was issues, so we didn't. Sorry. Next week we will. If you can see the view, I'm trying to do this sideways or backwards. It is just gorgeous this morning. Have you heard about Larry's new Water for Eggs program? I have not, but I can take a guess of what it's about. But if you guys want eggs, you are more than welcome to have them. We have more than we need, and I mean, I'll be bringing some to work to take to them that they've gotten used to getting them. But yeah, you guys are more than welcome to have some. Yeah, just shoot me a text or a message or something, and I'll be happy to give you some. So, even on a regular basis, we can get you some. So our eggs are, you guys have seen them, I think, but our eggs are obviously not white. They are brown and mostly green, like a greenish blue tint from some of our hens. So, yeah, other than our duck eggs are they're weird. The way that I've been able to distinguish them, because they're just a touch bigger than the chicken eggs, and that is basically they look a little transparent, almost is the best way I can describe them. But they taste a little bit different, supposedly. That's what people have told me. I can't tell a difference, to be honest, but we try and use them for more of baking stuff. I guess supposedly they're really good for baking, so that's what we use them for primarily. But and then obviously our goose is a male, so we don't get any goose eggs. But I mean, that would be nice. But yeah. Oh, and the other thing that we were looking at just recently, there's if you guys have ever seen she is hilarious. It's was it Useless Farms? Useless Farms. I didn't know. We saw her Facebook or her it's not Facebook, YouTube, and I guess she's got like a TikTok or Instagram. I don't know. My wife was following her on all those, but she has emus, and she has the famous emu that loves to attack her, and she uses like this force thing to stop it. You have to look it up and see. But anywho, she got us interested in emus. So emus and alpacas. I want an emu. they're kind of useless, so we probably won't get one. They're just kind of cool. But alpacas, on the other hand, those are they're beautiful creatures, and they can be a they can make you money, and they're just fun to have. So thankfully, there's like a ton of alpaca farms here in Southern California. I had no idea, no clue. But when it comes time for springtime and you shear them off, you can sell that alpaca, wool for, decent. So we'll look at that. It's a large investment up front. We don't know enough about it yet, so we're going to do some research. But that's something we've been interested in for sure. So Clarence making all sorts of noise. So thank you guys for checking out our video this week too on Clarence. Like that was they had a really good response. We're super thankful for that. That was a lot of fun to make. We love Clarence a lot. He is just such a unique animal and so fun. So we are thankful for him. But we are going to start. The other thing that since you guys are sticking around to the end is we're talking to my wife about it. We are going to get some Clarence apparel. They're super cool. So what are you doing? He's a guard goose, right? And so, and I'm a vet and everything. So we were thinking about making a line of apparel called the Tacticool Guard Goose, which is basically going to feature him on the front of a T-shirt with a helmet, NVGs, maybe a vest, that kind of stuff. It'll be super cool and funny. So we're looking forward to getting that and making those. So you'll see those out here in the next little bit. Oh. He goes in with the chickens. Yeah. Well, he should go in with the chickens. He sleeps in the same coop as our chickens and our ducks do. But I say he should because what happens is we have this small automatic door that's probably like 10 inches by 12 inches that he can definitely fit out. Like it is not a problem for him to fit through it, because he goes out of it every single morning. And the door is nice because it opens when it gets light out and it closes when it gets dark. So everyone comes out in the morning, no problem. In the evening, everyone goes in the door before it closes except Clarence. And I don't know why. I don't. We were talking to me and my wife about it, and I think maybe he's just trying to make sure everybody goes in and guard them or something. And that's possible. But I think he's just too lazy to walk in the gate or walk in the door, and then he kind of just gets frustrated after it closes. He's like, well, whatever, I'll hang out here. Someone's going to come get me. So, but he'll sit in there, and basically how it works inside the coop is the chickens will have their nesting box area, which is like, 2 feet off the ground. And then they have their roosting area, which is like a ladder kind of set up. Then they also got another roosting area that's like 1.5 feet off the ground. So that's where the chickens will sit and sleep at night, on those roosting areas. But all of the ducks and Clarence actually just sit on the ground in this straw that we have. So this is my wife. She's watching, I guess. So I think the reason Clarence is always stuck outside is because he waits too long. He patrols the area and does laps around the enclosure. And then by the time, yeah. I think that's definitely if not the reason, a huge part of it. He is a protector, and that's his job, and he does a good job at it. Well, he tries at least. But yeah, he definitely waits too long. So I don't know. When we're also looking at maybe getting a different, better, bigger coop, and so when we do that, it's going to be all good, all wood, and then we're going to have a bigger door, and so maybe he'll go in if it's a bigger door. We'll see. So yeah, yes, he is. Yeah, exactly. That is why he needs NVGs, so he can see to get in the door at night. That's good. I like that. No, excuse me. Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, man, he's awesome. I love him. But what a crack up. So hopefully, with that new coop, we're looking at like the ones that Lowe's or Home Depot that you see out in the parking lot, kind of a thing. that are sheds, but they're all wood, and so that way we can retrofit them to be a chicken coop. Basically, add some nesting boxes, and add some roosting areas and the doors and all that stuff. So that way, it actually fits better. It's more strong because we have like super bad winds up here, right? Not all the time. Like right now, it's nice, but what was it, like a few nights ago, something like that, a week ago? It was just absolutely terrible. The winds were miserable. They were probably in the 50 to 60 to 70 mile an hour range. So we've thankfully over the time that we've had this vinyl coop or vinyl shed from Lowe's, like retrofitted it and secured it down, but it's just not worth the money. I would never buy this shed again from Lowe's. This is like a vinyl shed. It's way too expensive. And anywho, it just happens to stay together. we're lucky and blessed it stays together every windstorm. So we're gonna look at the bigger coops. Maybe get one in February and put it in, and a wooden structure coop for all the chickens. So, anywho, so if anyone has any last minute questions, I am going to go. I'm going to go. I got to put Fabio, our rooster, see if I can catch him and put him back in his area because he's gotten out and secure that door better, I guess. But he needs to be separated because thankfully our one hen who got really scratched up and tore up on the back is finally starting to mostly heal, finally, after months. So I don't want him being out to ruin it again because she's finally starting to heal. So anywho, so I'm gonna go do that and then hit up Lowe's because they are opening here in 4 minutes and trying to get water back at our property with our well. That would be a goal. That'd be nice. Love to take a shower. So I'm sure the wife would too. So anywho, but yeah, we appreciate you guys coming down here today to watch. If you haven't been watching before, these happen typically on Saturday mornings. We just do, like I said, 20 to 30-minute show live streams, talking about what's going on at the farm, answering any questions that you guys have, that kind of stuff. But so unless noted otherwise, we'll be back on Saturday. We'll announce it later, probably usually the day before, and hopefully be talking about some other stuff. So thanks you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it, and yeah, we will catch you guys next time. Maybe. Nope. Just kidding.